Hey guys, Martin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be doing the INT BUU team versus the new BUUHAN Red Zone stage. This is one that I've been wanting to try out because the INT BUU team, of course, is a team that can get a huge amount of benefit out of the stacking. You being sealed here is really annoying, but I guess we can go ahead and do this. INT BUU, of course, a unit that's going to stack. I do really like running Tech Gohan on this team as well, so of course it's a good opportunity for him to get a bunch of build up, and then we have our boy LR BUU Tanks that will eventually transform into BUUHAN, and he too is an infinite stacker while he is in the BUU Tanks state. Of course his 12 key supers are going to be stacking his attack, so we could potentially get him up to an insane level when we decide to eventually transform into BUUHAN. The amount of damage that he's potentially going to be able to do is very, very good. Seemingly as well, I haven't changed the team since I put the physical BUU Tanks on here to show his EZA, but I know there is it the second phase against STR BUUHAN, you can attack lower, so he might come in handy for that. Double super here means he does have relatively good defense as well as 30% damage reduction now, so in terms of tanking normals in this event, he's going to be fine. Don't want him to be eating a super though, but it looks like we are all good. So I think what I'll try and do is, I do want to get some stacks for you, because if you're sealed straight away, like you dying early on would actually be very beneficial, but I also don't want Tech Gohan to lose out on getting stacks, so I am going to go ahead and do this. And then we should be okay. What could happen here is, yeah, see Tech Gohan taking a super as the first attack of the turn. He's got 30% damage reduction because it's his first turn. So he'll take a little bit of damage. And then because INT BUU can't super, is he going to take enough damage to die from two normals here? Probably not, but we'll see. And the thing is, this team has so much healing that it doesn't really matter how close to dying we get in any one turn. Because then we're just going to get a ton of healing from the next turn, so it doesn't really matter all that much. And yeah, Tech Gohan, I still really like running Tech Gohan on this team. Once Kid Buu gets his Super EZA, he'll be the replacement for physical BUU Tanks, and then this team is going to be very, very good. The fact that Gohan is still super good on this team with like 2 links active next to Fat Buu is very good. He's such an impressive unit. And then INT BUU, of course, is, or can be, very, very good. Well, he takes double digits after even normal attacking. That's kind of crazy. Well, maybe next turn we'll get an INT BUU to get killed. Because if we put INT BUU slot 1, chances are we are going to die. We ate a super as the first attack of the turn, meaning his super attack cooldown is pretty much going to be completely used up here. So INT BUU should hopefully be able to get us killed. BUUHAN getting sealed is really annoying because obviously it means no stacks for him. In fact, if I do this so you don't get a super, I think we just go for let's get killed this turn strategy. Because yeah, if we're getting supered, it should be GG for sure. Otherwise, I'm not too sure if we actually will die here. There we go. Come on, that's got to be enough. Come on, take out our boy here so we can get the revival. And then just go straight back in. Only 277. Wow. Okay. And we're going to heal. This is the thing. We're going to heal so much. Like the fact there has to be Kid Buu that dies. Kid Buu, INT BUU, Fat Buu. It has to be him that dies. So there's a possibility, of course, that we just heal enough now that the next INT BUU isn't going to be able to take enough damage to get killed either. So we can get caught in this endless cycle of never getting BUU to revive. We didn't heal too much. Alright, let's go for the Fat Buu getting killed here. Oh, that was way more tech orbs than I thought were going to spawn in. Come on, BUU. Kill me. Stop trying to kill me and kill me. Never mind. Well, I guess we can save it for a potential future turn. Because BUU's just not wanting to kill INT BUU here. And once we get onto STR BUUHAN, we lower attack. I mean, it's one of those, like, it's almost like the suffering from success meme, right? Like, INT BUU just not being the one to die. Alright. So Gohan getting a bunch of extra supers. I probably will wait till like the very last possible moment to transform, because when you're running Tech Gohan next to INT BUU, they share revival, which is 2 key, which makes it really easy. They both only need like 1 key to super, which is awesome. You don't have to worry about key issues with them at all. And then when you transform Gohan into Ultimate Gohan, he loses revival, so then you do need 3 key, and it is a little bit annoying. But right, so I guess we'll just do this. At this point, I don't think he's going to die. My BUU is 55%, which means he can't crit. So we won't do crazy damage here, but we'll start getting some of our stacks off, which we need. I think this was the BUU, right? My BUU is the weaker of the two regardless, so should be fine. Alright, so no crits, of course. 0 crit chance on my 55% BUU. I think the skill orb I gave him was for additional, and then the bronze is a defense. So he actually, I might have even given him attack, because his defense is so good. And obviously, once he's gotten his revival buff, he can get a bunch of extra attacks off and everything. So it's very possible that he could just do... You know, he can tank everything very nicely, and then you just throw out loads of additional supers, especially because he gets a guaranteed additional super after the revive. And so he can actually do some decent damage. I know a lot of people's complaints about BUU is his damage, especially early on, but he can get up to some pretty crazy levels. Gohan being sealed here is really annoying, because it means no more stacks for him. So I guess we just go ahead and do this. Grab this, and then that'll drop these down. Grab all the AGL orbs. Alright, so 53k. We're just slowly but surely, because the first couple of phases of this stage are the longer ones. I mean, we're like 7.5 minutes in and we're still in the first phase. The earlier stages are the longer ones, so we're just going to get all this opportunity to build up here, and then we might honestly finish the entire event without ever actually getting to revive. But now that we're so many turns in, we're already going to be able to start using the BUU active skills when we want to use them, which is probably not this early. But yeah, Super BUU, even without his buff, should kill. And we can move on to the next phase finally. Turn 7 to get to phase 2. We'd love to see it. It's a pretty awkward rotation, to be honest. You got 491k defense. You're at what now? 259. I don't really want to use it this early, but I feel like using this now is probably the most beneficial for this rotation. So I want to get these first to make sure I actually get the key for you. Then we use this. Because this rotation's not ideal, but now it gives us the opportunity to not take any hits whatsoever. And then we can go ahead and do this. Grab this for you. And now we just start throwing out some attacks, get some more build up here from our boys. And then, yeah, this is looking good. I mean, the thing is, it's the earlier turns that are the toughest. Although, I know STR Buff BUU can hit relatively hard with his super, so I might try and save the other Ghost Usher ability, the other INT BUU active skill, for later on. But I'm just interested to see, once we get a few more turns in, we'll start doing some defense checks for some of these guys. Tech Gohan only got sealed once, so he got a decent few super attacks off here. And then, yeah, my BUU. This is the only good thing about my BUU, like, not being able to crit, right? Is because he doesn't kill the enemy too early by getting a couple of supers that are then big crits. So he's able to build up relatively well. So, yeah, we won't use the active skill now. What's Gohan at? 671. BUU's at 350. BUU gets a lot on super anyway. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Getting the Dokkan attack with Tech Gohan. Turn 8 on the second phase, and we're getting the Dokkan attack here. I do want to get through a bit quicker, so we will go ahead and actually hit the nodes here. Very slow Dokkan attack, so Gohan getting hit first, of course, is the godsend, because then we can actually do damage. Well, his attack stat's not the worst if he doesn't get hit first, but it definitely jumps up by a significant amount. So Dokkan attack for 10 mil here. Should do a pretty decent chunk of damage. And then, of course, we can attack lower this guy. So, no, Gohan. Not the 2 additional normals. 3 additional, not the 3 additional normals turn. That's not what we want from Tech Gohan. But yeah, see, Buu up to 7.4. This is without the revival buff that gives him an extra, like, 100% attack and defense. So, we definitely want to try and get the revival at some point if we can. I know the next phase is another physical phase that can rotation lock, so there's always the potential that we get INT BUU locked in slot 1 and then he gets supered. But I mean, at this point, they're starting to stack up to having levels of defense where with the guard and everything, it's not really going to matter a huge amount. Like, how much does this do to this INT BUU? Yeah, double digits. That's what I was expecting, but yeah. I mean, that's the thing with these guys, like, not getting the revive early. Sometimes it's okay for some other content, like especially when we think about the anniversary content and how hard some of those bosses can hit you. But in this event, with the enemies getting weaker, apart from that buff Buu super at the end, if we're not reviving early, we're probably not reviving at all in certain circumstances, right? So, because what are you on now? 356. I mean, maybe if he gets supered right away, that would be bad, but otherwise, we are looking pretty good here. We can get the full key for you as well. Super Buu still able to hold his own throughout this red zone, of course, because with a Buu Saga enemy, he gets guaranteed guard. He's built up his defense fully at this point as well. I don't think he's going to kill here, which means at least he gets the attack thing carry over, because he does at least have that very useful ability that when he gets hit, his next attack gets the big buff, and it doesn't matter if you're floating him off or anything like that. Like, he still has it ready for when he does his next attack, which is really good. So but yeah, what are you up to now? 8.7. I should have defense checked Buu tanks as well, but because we're only stacking the defense on the 18 key, but we get to stack attack on the 12 keys, so we want to get as many additional 12 key supers as possible, really, just so that the every little helps when it comes to building up that attack. And then when we transform into BUUHAN, unfortunately on this setup for this team, we don't have a big bad bosses partner for BUUHAN. That's going to be another thing that's going to mean that make that Kid Buu Super Easy A so beneficial for this team, right? Because once that Kid Buu has his Super Easy A, not only is he going to be providing an insane amount of defense, but he's also insane amount of support, but then he's got big bad bosses. So if we have this rotation with INT BUU in slot 1, built up enough to be able to tank basically anything, and then we have Kid Buu, BUUHAN transformed in slot 2, LR BUUHAN, and then Kid Buu Super Easy A in slot 3, that BUUHAN's going to hit like an absolute truck, especially in an event where we've actually had a chance to get him built up. He's going to be super, super good. So I'm very much looking forward to the Super Easy A Kid Buu details. I am going to make a video. I don't know if I'll have put it up today before this one or not, but just talking about the Kid Buu Super Easy A, what we'd like to see, just going over the details. But yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. Very much excited for that, though. That's next week, so we should know. I don't know if the details, they should tweet out the details. Potentially by the end of the weekend. Maybe it'll be Monday morning, but it could be by the end of the weekend we could have the Kid Buu Super Easy A details. Considering he gives 50% support to all allies currently, he could be actually crazy. Like any team you can run him on, pretty much like he was back in the day, right? It's like any team you can run him on, you probably will be for the support. And of course, if you're able to pair him up with other Buu characters for the links and stuff, that's even better. But the fact that he has big bad bosses means any of these extreme teams that he can fit on, as long as he's getting the leader skill, like LR Fusion to Masu and the Rose units and stuff that all have big bad bosses. He's on that Worldwide Chaos leader skill. So yeah, he has the potential to be incredibly good. Physical BUU actually tanking a super from the STR BUUHAN is not something I expected as well, to be honest. I kind of thought we were going to die there. So yeah, that's pretty good. I can't get an 18 key super for you though, that's really annoying. Although I suppose, to be fair, we're not going to get a chance to super anyway, are we? Because he's just going to get killed by INT BUU in slot 1. But yeah, I mean, I can see why people aren't crazy about BUU's damage, especially at 55%, this INT BUU, because like you see 5 million attack stats. We really do need that revival buff in order for him to start going crazy with the damage. But alright, so now we're at the third phase. 15 minutes into the video. Turn, what are we on now? 12, is it? I mean, the BUU team has always been a fairly slow-moving team as it is anyway, but yeah, that's kind of funny. Turn 12. Alright, so you're at 549k, you're at 1 million. Obviously, you're, you know, you need to super first ideally anyway. So let's do this, and then we will do this. So, can BUU even get killed here? Probably not. Definitely not from normals in slot 1. And there was no super in slot 1, so we're still all good. I feel like the way this is going now, with how many turns we're in, we probably are looking at the situation where we're just not going to get the revival with either of the INT BUUs. Because they're going to stack up to way too high of a defensive level to actually be able to get killed. Especially, you know, with like the friend here just firing off like a triple super turn. Probably not going to have to worry about that too much. The rotation locking is incredibly annoying though. Rotation locking, as I've said many times, is my least favourite mechanic in the entire game. Breaking your rotations, which sometimes take a few turns to set up. Locking units in slot 1 who just can't go in slot 1 is like the most frustrating enemy ability, I think, out of all of them. Even things like AoEs, just like you can get around that, disabling dodge, like there's enough units you can bring that don't need to dodge, like all this kind of stuff, right? But rotation locking, I think, has got to be the most annoying enemy ability, simply because of how much it can mess you up. But yeah, see, physical BUU tanks, if he gets locked in slot 1, we're probably just dead straight away. Okay, so we can probably make this work. What are you at now? 737. Yeah, I don't want to transform yet, still. So I think we can probably make that work like that. And then you grab those. Although I don't know how much HP we were at start of turn, so... Okay, yeah, we were at enough to guard. That's good. Because, yeah, until we transform, BUU tanks doesn't have guaranteed guard unless you're below a certain amount of HP. And then he has a chance to guard if you're above. So you still can get the guard even if you're above the HP threshold, but... If we have to put him in slot 1, it's really nice if we're having that guaranteed guard turn, because if he suddenly takes like an instant slot 1 super, that could be really bad for us. But he is guarding this turn anyway, so it's fine. And then INT BUU. It's my BUU again. So against the physical enemy, means we're not really doing any damage here. But, you know, look at that. That tiny little bit of his HP bar going down. But... getting off the supers, that's what we like to see. It's a shame that we probably, as I say, are not going to have really any chance of getting a revival at this point, but it is what it is. And then physical BUU tanks 9.2. I mean, he's held his own relatively well. Although the final phase against the buff BUU is STR, so I'm a little bit worried about what could potentially happen at the end. But no, don't lock Gohan in slot 3. Bruh. Of all the places that Gohan could be locked, slot 3 is not what I want. You've got 885k defense. That's pretty good. So, grab our tech orbs here. We're going to end up getting a second Dokkan attack by the time this is all over with, I swear. Alright, so still no slot 1 supers for the INT BUUs. So, I think we're not going to have to worry too much here. Of course, the friend is Rainbow, and the friend is unfortunately not getting crits either. So, weighing on transforming the Tech BUU, of course, because the Super BUU... actually, is it only a certain number of turns he gets his buffs for? I think so. I can't remember now if there's a reason why we don't transform him straight away. But we're just going to keep him untransformed for now. I mean, Evil Buu arguably is better defensively because of the dodge chance. They have the same amount of damage reduction, so... And then, yeah, that dodge chance comes in clutch. I suppose he does want... Is it full margin power allies or margin boost? It's margin power allies to get the extra damage reduction, isn't it? So, of course, with Gohan floating around, that he does actually get in the way of that. So... That does probably make Evil Buu a little bit more effective of having the dodge chance. We're on turn 15 and it's like the third phase. This is crazy. Alright, so what are you at now? This is 55% INT BUUs at 648k here. So we'll grab these. Get another 18 key super for you. And then do this. Right, BUUHAN, or sorry, BUUTANKS, I guess he is still. BUUTANKS should kill here. My Buu won't, because as I say, 0% chance to crit, so there's not going to be one of those, oh, he gets a lucky crit on one of these supers and kills him. Because he has absolutely 0 crit chance. Which is fine, as I say, for, you know, the ability to get a bunch of extra stacks. I mean, he could super, like, he actually can't, of course, but he could super, like, 10 times in here, and we wouldn't have to worry about him killing the Buu. So... That's fine. Get some extra stacks and then let BUUHAN or BUUTANKS finish it off here. He's up to 10 mil now pre-transformation. So this guy's going to be really seriously going off once we actually transform him. So, right, now we have Tech Buu Piccolo. So this guy's super annoying because he very often supers in slot 1 and can seal you. Or stun you, sorry. Which will be annoying for the INT BUUs, because of course this is a good opportunity for them to actually be able to do some solid damage. But if we get stunned, then obviously we're not going to be. So we're not taking any damage, which is fine, but it means we're also not getting any more stacks. So a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. And I think outside of that, Buu Piccolo doesn't really pose much of a threat here. And the fact that he supers so early in the turn is good for units like physical BUUTANKS, because we don't have to worry about him eating a super here. So... Because, yeah, he's got more than enough defense on this setup, right, with the allies and everything. He's got a good enough setup that he can just tank all normals on global currently, right? So he's perfectly fine. I'm going to have to float off Buu this time, because I still want to have a rotation of Gohan and Buu together. And now we need to fix the annoying aftermath of the rotation locking. Can't get a 18 key super, though. Dodge. 132k with the type advantage, even after all that build-up. That's kind of crazy. And that's the thing, 55% INT BUU. Like, by this point in the event... Well, most stages by this point in the event's already over. But at this point in the event, we really want to have revived to get that buff. Because the kind of numbers that these INT BUUs, especially the Rainbow Friend, would be hitting at this point would be really, really good if they had that extra 100% like buff from the revival. And they'd be getting a guaranteed additional super as well. But I think at this point it's almost impossible, I think, for us to get a revive with INT BUU. I mean, maybe against the buff Buu, slot 1 super, and he's attacking like 3 or 4 times as well. Maybe. But otherwise, nah, probably not going to see that now. But yeah, I think we'll keep Buu. Well, maybe we'll transform Buu on the next turn, the BUUHAN, because he does get the 3-turn stack on his supers, which then means we don't want to get to the final phase and only have him for like 1 turn, I think. So we will go ahead and do this. Going to get the Dokkan attack here, which funnily enough we might not get with INT BUU, because he's... If he gets stunned, I think the Dokkan attack doesn't pass on to the next character, does it? So we will actually be saving it. Which is kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be getting it on the next time. I mean, if he keeps stunning the unit, it actually works out well for us, because we don't really want to use the Dokkan attack at this point. We'd much rather just use it to blow through the final phase. And if he keeps stunning the unit in slot 1, it means we're never actually going to be able to use the Dokkan attack while that unit keeps getting stunned, right? So... All right, so we'll do this, this, and then this, because it's more important. I'd rather Gohan get the extra stacks because Gohan can be so crazy. Him not stunning the INT BUU for once would be good. Although, of course, we just dodged the normal, so we're not going to dodge the super, right? Dodge the normal, eat the super, always. So, but hey, like I say, we're saving the Dokkan attack, so I'll take that. And then Gohan's going to get his supers off. I mean, this guy's up to 13 million attack stat on a turn where he has Revival and Fierce Battle active. I mean, now, to be fair, it is turn 19, so we've been going for a while. Alright, we should, hopefully. It's just going to be GG on this next turn. Because we got... Hopefully, INT BUU gets stunned in slot 1 again. And then this guy goes ahead and gets his attacks off. Which then allows us... What are we up to now? So we transformed into BUUHAN. We got 3 links active. We're at 1.3 million defense here. And then we go ahead and get the 18 key super, which gives us our extra buffs. Just stun BUU in slot 1, please. Of course he didn't this time, so now the Dokkan attack's going to kill him because it's the friend. So even if I don't hit all the nodes, he's going to crit or get a bunch of additional supers. Of course, it's typical, isn't it? The one turn where we actually want to get stunned in slot 1 because we want to see what BUUHAN can do. And then, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, INT BUU. I see you. Alright, well, here we go. So now we're on to the final phase, finally. 26 minutes into the recording. Let's go. Alright, and Gohan is up to 1.9 million defense. Okay, so he's looking okay. 1.9 million defense, jeez. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Get a full 24 key for you as well. So this should be a pretty spicy turn. Yep, double digit damage from Buff BUU super attack. Unsurprising, all things considered. And now 18.8. This is this guy untransformed, by the way. 18.8 million. Then we're up to 19.3. So I think we need more than one extra one to actually break 20. But yeah, 19.9. Well, so much for actually getting to see LR BUUHAN do anything after all that, because this guy's got... Gohan's just gone full lumberjack mode with the sword here, chopping down this tree, and that's it. Is he just dead? Tech Gohan, one turning STR Buff BUU on like turn 20, to be fair. But there you go. That was the INT BUU team versus Red Zone BUUHAN. It's a slow burn team for sure, but once you get past the first few turns, pretty much invincible. And that's without INT BUU getting the revival, which of course would have helped speed things up a little bit because we could have done a bit more damage. But yeah, very, very good. Very slow, but very good. So this team is very, very strong. Like I say, once we get physical Kid BUU Super Easy A, replace BUU tanks. Obviously, AGL Super BUU is much more risky to use if you're not taking him into an event where he has guaranteed guard. But when he does, he's still super good. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this team down below in the comment section. How are you running the INT BUU team if you have him? Let me know your thoughts down below. So, that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.